Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixel Juice. With it being Halloween and the time of horrors and spooks and ghouls roaming the earth, Sam and I thought we'd take a look at one of the worst horror films ever made. It's a movie so dark, so disturbing, so goddamn awful that we barely managed to finish it. Before we reveal the film, we've of course got to look at the ambience of the room, make it spooky, make it a bit scary. It's a Halloween special for fuck's sake. So, with that in mind, we've got the props department to pick up a bunch of spooky items to really dress up the studio. Props, come on.
As quick as you like.
See, what's he saying? What's George saying again? What's that, George?
What do you mean it's not here?
He's saying something. He's saying there's something under. Well, so this will do. It lights up. It's got trick or treat. That's pretty Halloweeny, isn't it?
Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky. So with the mood set, the lights dimmed down. There's only one thing left to do. Sam, reveal the movie. It's Toons. Now, Sam, where did you pick this movie up originally?
I found it in CEX in the bargain bin.
We've all seen bad horror movies before. You know, pick up a film in a bargain bin, watch a B movie, have some fun with friends. But this one was so bad that it wasn't even fun to watch through. The synopsis, according to the back of the DVD case, is: in a quiet suburban neighborhood, two sisters are about to experience the dark and sinister world of Toons. Candy and Cindy's parents have traveled out of town for the weekend, leaving the two sisters home alone. Candy receives a mysterious package in the mail with a free DVD. Basically, I won't bother reading the rest of it. It's riddled with spelling errors and grammatical flaws, so we'll move on from that. The main basis of the storyline is that there's a couple of teenagers having a party, and they summon the Toons. So with all that said, let's dive in. First of all, we'll go over the story and some of the characters.
Ow, God, just sat on me bum. Ow.
Now, as we said, the storyline is there's a bunch of teenagers hanging out at home, ready for a house party, when a mysterious package arrives in the post.
Toons, whoa.
It's none other than Toons on DVD. As the story progresses, out of the DVD comes Dr. Carnage and his minion,
Max Assassin.
So before we go on with the plot, let's make one thing clear right now. These teenagers that we refer to, the reason we do this whole thing is because they're not really teenagers. They're clearly in their mid-30s. You did some hard research last night, didn't you? And discovered that the actress playing the for some reason really babyish little girl, actually, is a bit weird.
Jeez, you scared me.
What's that you got? Let me see. What's this?
Cartoons? Aren't you kind of old to be watching cartoons? It's not cartoons, it's Toons.
Well, what is she, Sam? Fill us in.
Well, she used to be pornographic star. And
you've got the other guys as well, who I assume are softcore porn actors and actresses. The parents have gone away to a wedding, and you've actually got the mum is played by a bloke for some reason.
well, they go off for a weekend away, don't they? And they said, whatever you do, do not have a party. So, of course, lo and behold, they have a party. And whilst one of the sisters is upstairs watching this Devil's Rejects video, the others are downstairs partaking in a game of strip Ouija.
So as Sam was saying, these kids, they can't decide if they're going to play strip poker or use a Ouija board. Obviously, the blokes, they're all in. They're all in to play strip. Actually, a bit too eager.
Very sexually charged.
Yeah, very sexually charged young men who want to play strip poker. The girls having none of it. They want to use a Ouija board to summon the devil himself. But they reach a compromise and decide to play strip Ouija. Ouija spelt wrong on the board. I don't even know how the game works, to be honest. They're just like moving the whatever it is around and selecting parts of their close takeoff. So there's one final character in the piece, as well as the Cindy, Candy, and the other guys, and Dr. Carnage and Max Assassin. It's the devil himself. There's a big twist at the end. I mean, spoiler alert if you're actually ever going to watch this. It transpires that Toons is created by the devil himself. That actually made me jump then. It was created by the devil himself in order to put it in every child's home. So they watch Toons. Toons get out and I assume kill the kids. I don't know. But either way, the devil just wants respect. Some goddamn respect for
his creations.
So the characters are all terrible. Let's get that out of the way first. Let's talk a bit about the look of the film. So right off the bat, the film is presented in terrible quality. It's a 4:3 picture. I mean, it's just a square in an age where widescreen has existed for a long time. When we first saw this film, right, I was convinced that it was from like, God knows when, the 70s or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's in the 2000s. So from there on, things don't get much better. The whole thing looks blurry and it's shot in a weird way. Things are never framed properly. And all of the colours are like washed out.
It's almost as if you're watching it when you're high.
Yeah.
Except you don't need to be high because the camera does the work for you.
The sets themselves look just dreadful. The house itself is really weird, isn't it? It's like Mr. Blobby's Funland.
Yeah.
It's like everything's kind of like wibbly wobbly, crazy. There's a bunch of lava lamps. we noticed, and actually more lava lamps appear as the film goes on for some reason. The cartoon/animated sections are the worst of the whole movie has to offer. I mean, it's like a blue screen, isn't it, that they're in front of?
Yeah, you can see it, actually, in certain snippets of the film.
You can see the outline, the blue outline around Dr. Carnage's head. And there's like all the saws and things like that, all the implements of death are all like wobbly, clearly rubber.
I think they're trying to do it for comedic effect, but it looks shit. I mean, it's obviously meant to be like cartoony.
Everything is kind of oversized and a bit weird. I'm guessing they're thinking it doesn't matter if it looks a bit crap, but the harsh reality is it does. Obviously the picture's important, but so's sound. This film has some of the worst sound design I've ever heard. Actually, last night when we were watching it, I was close to ripping my ears off because, you know, what's he called? Dr. Carnage.
Yeah.
He just keeps this cartoon laugh for the entire thing, isn't he? Like,
Same.
the entire way through the movie.
It's the same. They don't change it at all, do they?
No.
It's the same sound effect repeated time and time and time again.
It's really frustrating. And then sometimes you can hear what the people are saying, and then sometimes it's dipped right down low. Later on, there's the devil when they're in hell, and it's just like wolves in the background and fire crackling, and you can. It's just the same sound effects again, repeated over and over again. So next up, let's talk a bit about the kills and the kind of gory scenes that it prides itself on. So the film starts off with the... I can't even talk about this film, it's that exasperating. It's just that...
It is hard, mate.
Yeah.
It is a struggle.
The film starts off with an awful gore scene. By awful, I don't mean offensive or disgusting, I mean just generally crap. You've got Dr. Carnage, he's got some guy on an operating table, isn't he?
What's happening?
And he's just like...
Oh, yeah, he does.
Picking away at him and injecting him with some stuff. It doesn't get any better from there. You've got a scene where Dr. Carnage comes out the TV, takes Candy, played by the porn star, murders her essentially, and turns her corpse into a puppet, sticking his hand through her back. And that effect's done badly as well. I mean, the mouth is like moving up and down, isn't it? But it's clearly just like, you know, keyframed out this bit and it's just moving up and down. And what's weird is like, is it her boyfriend or something that comes to see her? Even though she looks like a child with massive fake boobs, obviously. Is that her boyfriend? Because she's like, what's the matter? Don't you love me anymore?
Yeah, I'm guessing it must be. And then Dr. Carnage comes out from behind the bed.
They cut off his head with some scissors, and it's as bad as you'd imagine. And the kills don't get much better after that. I mean, there's later on there's like a magician's one. They put one of the girls in like a magician's kind of, you know, saw in half trick set where Dr. Carnage saws her in half, and then these awful cartoon vultures hover around her guts for a bit and don't really do anything. And Dr. Carnage there going like again, yet again. Then we go to the devil himself, and so. Not much really happens. In the end,
nothing is achieved.
Nothing's achieved. Yeah, the woman, I guess she defeats Max Assassin by breaking his neck. And with Dr. Carnage, she uses his own fake, over-the-top cartoon acts against him, ridding the world of this guy once and for all. And then they beat the devil. I can't even be bothered to go over that. Just beat the devil. So the film is terrible. The parents come home. When they do, they find Thingy, don't they? So that's how it ends. I mean, it's not worth a proper review. This is just a warning. It's a public service announcement warning.
We're doing our civic duty here.
Yeah, what have you done recently? We're warning you about the dangers of this shitty movie. Don't pick it up. Don't ever. I mean, even this poor soul for £1.50, I think you were conned, weren't you? So,
I was robbed.
You know, you can see what they were trying to do. It's probably just a bit of fun. The basic premise, like you say, if it had some money maybe and a completely different cast, a completely different crew, and a better talented team of writers, basically a completely different film, it might have been good. Sam, what would you give this out of 10? If you had to give it a rating, what would you give it out of 10?
Oh, 2.
You'd go that far?
I would go that far. When they first come out of the telly, I could like some of the music that they use in the film. If it wasn't for that music, you'd get a 0.
I'm going to go as far as giving it a 0. There's nothing I like about this movie.
What he means to say is the bit he enjoyed the most was turning it off at the end.
It actually was, and going to sleep. By the end of this film, make no bones about it, we were just knackered, we were just staring at it, just counting down the seconds.
Yeah, it's true, and we never do that with films. At least we have something sort of constructive to say, don't we? But with this one, we really genuinely did struggle to stay awake.
It's not even so bad it's good, is it? It's not even that. It's just bad. This isn't the end. Did you know there's like 4 of these?
4?
Yeah, have a look now. I'm going to put this in the movie. I'm going to put this in the video so you
Who
see.
the hell commissioned that?
So there's at least 3 movies in this series, and we couldn't get past the first one. So if you want to give it a go yourself, it's Halloween. Truly scare yourself to see how far mankind can dip. Pick this one up at the bargain bin. But apart from that, I'm never looking at this fucking shit again. Not a chance. So that's been it from this depressing look at the worst that humanity has to offer. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember to subscribe to see all of our upcoming content and hit that notification bell so YouTube actually alerts you when it goes live. And we'll see you next time. Bye.